One bright morning in the middle of the night, two dead boys got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their swords, and shot each other. Two deaf policemen heard the noise, ran upstairs to catch the boys. If you don't believe this story told, just ask the blind man. He saw it all.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Into that. That actually is.
By the way, I've never heard that. What's it called?
It's called the contradictory poem. And there, of course, the internet looked it up and was like, this goes back to, it was like, where can we trace this back to? And it's so old, it's just considered like a folk tradition. There's the earliest version of it, it comes from the 14th century. It's like 1305. And
1305.
1305, and it's like a weird...
Did they have letters back then?
They did.
They had writing?
They had six letters. We've gained 20 since then.
Really?
Did I do the math on that right? It's 26 letters in the alphabet? Yeah. I wasn't sure, because like Catholics have more, or something like that. I know that's true.
They do. They have so many nice ways to say fuck you. Very exclusive.
Such a disappointing pair. I prayed so hard for you.
I have something to bring up.
Okay.
What's going on here?
This? So it was David's birthday the other day.
Is that?
And there's...
Is that real?
Yeah. No, it's fake. What like Sharpied myself on my right arm?
I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. It could be like a stamp from a club you went to. That looks like...
That's actually not a bad guess.
My eyes are really like...
So...
What does that say, 44?
So he has this like... Whatever we throw at David is our David. He's like our assistant. He looks after Traveler. We call him our oxygen tank because not only does he remind us to breathe, but he gives us the ability to do so. He's incredible. One of the most amazing humans. If you're ever fortunate enough to meet him, he's awesome.
He is a good dude.
But he has this philosophy where like we'd be like, hey dude, so we're gonna go down to Santa Monica, but we're gonna have to do it like at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna be stuck in an hour and a half traffic. And he'll go, can't wait. It's like, awesome. Hey, Traveler is throwing up. We're gonna go see our pediatrician tomorrow morning. He's like, cool, can't wait. Everything we throw at him, no matter what it is, it could be a full left turn for the day, he's like, can't wait. And that's his whole philosophy in life. It's just, he rolls with things and not only just like whatever, but is like, throws himself into it headlong. And
you know who was like that?
Who?
Jesus.
Jesus threw himself headlong?
Just rolls with it. We'll crucify you. Like, all right.
Well, there was a whole thing in a garden, but we don't need to get to that. We all decided last night we were at this place that we love to go to for best fish tacos in LA, and we surprised him. We were like, hey man, thank you for like being a part of our dynamic, and thank you for changing our mentality with everything. He was like, with whole can't wait, we love those two words. He's like, me too. He was like, well, let's go get it on our bodies. And there's a tattoo shop that I've gotten like 7 tattoos from. And I was like, let's go talk to Mike and let's go get it done. So Pam got it on her ankle right here in her own handwriting. It looks super cool. And then I found this version. I was like, that's cool. And
so it just says can't wait?
Can't wait. So no matter what, this is my dominant hand, so no matter what I set out to do, I want to do it with that kind of like, can't wait, let's do it. No fear, let's just go for it. See what happens. Can't wait.
With that in mind, what is going to happen, everybody? Nolan North, Troy Baker, we're on the couch.
Good.
Retro replay, and we can't wait.
Can't wait.
I dig that.
Can't wait. Go back to Jesus for a second.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What was the week?
Not the real Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
No, he works at, he likes Jesus.
He likes Jesus.
No, he's from Indiana. I don't know why. He said, my parents named me Jesus, wears robes, works in the meat department.
Can you imagine if somebody like named their son Jesus? I'm sure that's happened.
It's the only closest it's come is George Foreman named all his kids George. That's a true story. You can look that up.
George, you're in trouble.
George 1, George 2. Yeah.
I don't
even think he even numbered them because, not strong with numbers. A lot of blows to the head.
Is that maybe why? You have a son, George. You have a daughter,
George. Georgia? No.
Nope. Just one.
No, can't.
What's my name? George.
George of the jungle lives a life that's free.
It's like his Smurf. It's just his catch-all word for everything.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's go back to...
Jill and I were talking about just like the physiological differences between men and women and how women have, a lot of business that goes on every month throughout their life. A lot of business, hormonal things. And she was like, she just started laughing. She goes, it's all Eve's fault. Had to eat the apple. Had to eat the friggin' apple. And then she looked at me, she goes, whatever happened to Eve? And I'm like...
Desperate Housewives. She was the first.
Was she really?
The first Desperate Housewives of the Garden, I guess that
really?
would be. There's just one.
And she's like, Adam, he went on to have
Talking shit about
do a
herself.
life, but it was like, Eve, oh, you ate an apple. Screwed. Snake.
She did have 2 sons. I mean, she had many sons, I'm sure. I love that whole conversation because if you read later on, Cain, kills Abel. So, and then he leaves, and he goes, and then he married somebody else. And you're like, well, where did she come from? He
funny
left and found another tribe, and they were like, we weren't the only ones. It's fascinating.
It's funny about Cain and Abel because, you think he would have been able to stop him from killing him. And Cain is something that we think of as, sugar cane, sweet, but he wasn't.
Or you get beat with a
Cane. Or you
Maybe that's what they
snort a
call it.
lot of cocaine.
Right. That was his full name. It was his baptized name.
Was it?
was just like uppity.
He's just up in it. Yeah, didn't mean to kill Abel. He's just freaking out.
We were
man.
rolling, dude. We had a great night.
Dude, we had a couple fresh friggin' crushed a couple frosty rails and just, yeah!
Boston, and it's just like,
Oh, shit, he's dead. Who killed him? My brother, Tear.
I'm the only, and he was my best friend. Now I have nobody to play with.
Abel's like,
just sitting there on a seesaw in the garden going, fuck. I can't do anything.
But
now I
always
gotta talk to
staying
the
high.
snake.
Always staying high, though. It's kind of like the Stephen Wright.
No, he would be.
Zen. Right, but what if he stayed up there? Be like, oh.
I feel like that would be like. Dude, I'll go hard on Genesis, man. It's if you look at that.
This is PlayStation 1 we're playing today. Hard on Genesis.
Now, if you look at it as a poem, it's fucking amazing. It's beautiful. If you look at it as literal, then it's weird.
I look at everything literally. Especially since we're going to be playing in Uranus today. It's Captain Blasto. All right, let's get to this. Captain Blasto.
Okay, Uranus. It's Uranus.
Uranus. Say it right. You know how it's said.
We rode separately
Deep breath.
today. Yeah, we rode separately today.
Yes,
And the juxtaposition, our buddy Sean, who I turned on to Marcus Aurelius, turned in kind, got me hooked up with a companion book to it, How to Think Like a Roman Emperor. And it's just awesome. And it dives more into the history.
How to Think Like a Roman Emperor?
It's awesome.
That kind of sounds cool.
You would love it. It starts off. Actually, I don't know if you get past the first 7 minutes. The first 7 minutes are Marcus on his deathbed in very descriptive detail. And,
Shit himself?
Oh, yeah. They actually talk about that.
Do they?
I'm dead serious. I'm not
So
even
it's a
lying.
real thing.
It is a, what do you mean?
Well, South Park, they tackled that. So, clearly that's something.
That is a
Evacuation.
medical fact.
Evacuation.
You evacuate your bowels, however he says it. But it's been like this great dive of like exploring that Stoic philosophy and really understanding the mind of the philosopher and being contemplative as you kind of zone out and meditatively just drive down a 4-lane, 6-lane highway. And then you sit on a couch and you talk about a balloon knot.
You got to stop reading this highbrow stuff.
Which is it fits medium brow. Because the highbrow is like,
You got to stop.
that's some Alan Watts
Stop
shit.
with the brows. I've gone totally to books with pictures.
It's a pamphlet. It's not really a book.
Menus are the only thing I really read
Kind of
now.
what it is. Oh, interesting development with Turkey. How is Mr. Bolognese today?
I didn't know they had beaches.
My favorite part of the book is the dessert.
I actually, okay, I got something for you. Speaking of turkey.
That was brilliant. That was a brilliant joke.
Okay.
My favorite part of the book is the dessert. Come on. Oh, it's always a sweet ending. It's a great Act 3. You have a thing.
The dessert.
The dessert.
Now I get it.
Now you get it.
I ran into a buddy of mine who just did a documentary. Remember the movie Midnight Express? Oh, Billy. He actually knows the real guy. What I'm about to say doesn't sound like a good idea. They just took him back to Turkey to talk about events of his life. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out. And it's a documentary on Amazon now. Return to Midnight or something like that. Return to Midnight. I haven't seen it yet, but I actually want to check it out. A buddy might really.
That's a bold thing to do.
No, really, I know. Take
You
him
should
back.
check it out. I personally haven't seen it, but you should.
Well,
and then tell me how it was.
See
for
the
you.
movie.
See the movie.
See the movie. Oh, Billy. Show it. Can we show it? I don't know.
No, instead,
it's a boob.
you should show the other one.
Oh, Billy.
So good. All right, you're welcome, Stephanie. It's
It's definitely Cable Guy.
I mean, one of my
I just love
favorite.
that.
He's so serious. Like, okay, you brought this on yourself. We've had so many conversations about Jim Carrey, but there's one moment that there's a very small faction of society that will get the reference when I look at someone and go, "You look rested."
Hello, Steven. You look rested.
It's one of my favorite cut downs ever. Oh.
I didn't know that one, but that's great because I knew the "Oh Billy" part that he did, but I forgot "You look rested."
Hey,
That's nice.
that movie is an unsung. I don't know if that was just like, when did that come out? I'm gonna guess it came out in 98. 98 feels right for some reason.
I'm trying to. You know what? Sometimes I try to gauge movie dates by like when my kid's born.
96?
Was it 96?
Wow! So that was like, he went, because Ace Ventura was 93.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn's Finkel.
Mask was 94. So that's right. So it wasn't 93. It was 90. Both of those came out in 94. Dumb and Dumber was 94. And then Ace 2 would have come out in 95. And then that means that Me, Myself, and Irene would have come out in 97? 97, I knew.
Me, Myself, and Irene, 99.
2000 was Me, Myself, and Irene.
By the way, Mike.
Man, he did a lot. He almost did as much as the Beatles did.
Soft spot in my heart for Me, Myself, and Irene because he's a
Why?
Rhode Island State Trooper.
Right.
But one of my and the funny thing is like Richard Jenkins, one of the finest actors alive right now, and he's in that. But my favorite part is on that beat on the bridge. And the bad guy's got Renee Zellweger, and he's like, "Just give me the gun." And he bits on the boom. He goes, "Ah! I can't even say it. Where's my thumb? Where's my thumb?" And he just kind of clops around. Where's my thumb? Absolutely killed me. It killed me.
I was dating a girl
Where's
at
my
the
thumb?
time, and we used to do that to each other all the time. Be like, "Where's my thumb?"
Play it for us.
Where's my thumb?
I mean, that's classic. Oh shit.
Oh man.
Some of those things. He had the other thing. The other thing I loved in Ace Ventura. I think it was the second one
Which one?
when it was Tommy Davidson. Yeah.
It's in the phone. It's in the phone.
It's in the phone. Some of those things.
See, this is, I mean, man. And then you cut to like Jim Carrey going, some people love it, but like Eternal Sunshine or Truman Show. Truman Show is great. But then you have like these really deep, pathetic moments.
But you know why? He started reading Marcus.
I would think it's because his father died. His dad died when he was doing,
Maybe.
man, was it? It was one of his like, most people are like, oh, it's this hilarious movie. His dad died, and there, people talk about him like being in his trailer. Where I kind of started falling off was like when he did Andy Kaufman, Man on the Moon. I was like,
Did you see the documentary on that? Mm-hmm. It's kind of one of those things. It's so over the top,
it's incredibly self-indulgent.
but I think I can't tell if it's.
I think that was his cathartic, like.
Was it for real? Because after that, he kind of, long beard, sitting in a hole somewhere. It was like
I think he went through a super. I think he wanted people to take him seriously. I think that I'm speculating. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that this is a very resonant, relevant thing to a lot of people. Is that. And this is why I'm weird about the Oscars. If the Oscars were done in private, and it's like, hey, but I just want to let you know you got this. We thought you were the best actor this year.
like it used to be.
Did it used to be private? What do you mean? What? Tell me stories. What?
You didn't know this?
No.
Okay.
It's always been this gala.
No.
Welcome to the first.
No, it used to be it used to be a dinner where they would all they would get together. For Claudette Colbert, it happened one night.
The system them all my own.
She literally was at dinner. They said, or she was having drinks somewhere. And they said, I'm going to be late. Keep the car running, apparently, the story is. She went in, got her Oscar, walked right back out. Thank you so much. Walked out down the front of the stage, said goodnight to everybody, got in her car, and she had a home in Barbados. And she literally was on her way to the airport. She stopped by to pick up the Oscar at the dinner that they would hold. And it wasn't covered by media or radio or cameras. It was just like it's supposed to be, technically. It's like, hey, because the idea, talk about self-indulgent. I mean, not that, I don't want one, but I'm okay without one. You know, it's like, especially when it's become this big.
I'm not disparaging it. If you
not disparaging
that, good for you. And I honestly, we're talking about this 3-4 weeks later after it's been done, but I feel like this year marked something, the fact that a foreign film won Best Film for the first time in almost a century of doing it. That's an incredible accomplishment.
Parasite.
It has become mired in not discourse, but just controversy. And that's what I don't like. And it's all about somebody's opinion. 12 people or whatever's opinion on what we thought was best. And I think that your accomplishments should be, virtue is its own reward, right? So I think that Jim Carrey really wanting people to think like, dude, I'm a good actor. I did a shtick, and that's what got me onto this show, and that show got me into this movie, and these movies got me a career. But at his pure, he's a really, really good actor. Mm-hmm. He really, really is. His deep moments are, I think, in an abstraction, incredibly powerful. The problem is we look at it and go, you're Rubberface, you're The Mask, you're Ace Ventura, and so we are always contextualizing Jim Carrey within that.
Whereas we had, it was okay when we found out Robin Williams was a really good actor. Because he wasn't a goofy comedian. He did silly, zany stuff, but you go and you see him in Good Will Hunting, you see him in some of those.
But he also had to do The World According to Garp. He also had to do, if you look at his dramatic roles, what was the one where, Moscow on the Hudson?
Yeah.
Like, he started in the 80s, but it wasn't until like almost 20 years after that we were like, wow, man, you're really, really good. Patch Adams, whoop, nope. Nobody wanted anything to do with him in a serious role.
Right.
What Dreams May Come, absolutely not.
Because he was Mork.
He was Mork. He was the genie.
Might as well be Blasto.
Okay, go. Then I'm gonna skip for now, and I want to go to the titty bit.
Yeah.
Shut your what?
Go ahead, tell him. This is one of the things that makes me.
Man, especially for you. Phil Hartman was Captain Blasto.
Yeah. Do you know this was one of the few people I didn't know that when I found out that he had passed away, actually kind of rocked me a little bit, because like I admired him. I thought he was great in everything, and he was kind of when he was on Saturday Night Live, he was kind of he's older than everybody else, and he was kind of like the the big brother of the rest of the cast members. How they talk about that stuff, and he was. God, I thought he was great in everything he did. I'm just a caveman. I mean, he did Unfrozen Caveman, Lawyer.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm just a caveman.
Anything you could pull up any clip from Saturday Night Live of him, and it was good. Playing the straight man or doing something goofy, he could do it all.
But
news radio, he played this with Rogan. Rogan was on that. Rogan was a regular. Yeah, Joe Rogan. Kids in the Hall. David
Minor. David Niven.
David Niven.
It was a very different
Alec
role.
Guinness and Joe Rogan.
David Duchovny.
David
and Goliath. David.
Somebody.
You have no other job, literally, than this. Drew gets to take a nap now. What is it?
Oh, you didn't see it. I didn't see a David, but I saw Dave Foley. Did you know that Dave is short for David?
No, just like tenuous employment.
Wow.
Tenuous employment.
Are we ever going to play this game?
I feel like we're playing a game.
This is set on Uranus, or as we say here, Uranus.
Oh.
Welcome to the planet elsewhere, Uranus. I'm Anoose.
I'm Anoose.
You're
He's
Anoose.
Anoose.
I'm Anoose.
You hear a difference, right? Anoose and Anoose.
That's right. Why are you so stupid with your ears makes a fall wax? Whoa, someone's shooting at me. What the hell is that?
This kind of reminds me of Toe Jam and Earl, right?
I don't, look, there's a bikini clad. Oh, I want to go over there. How do I go over there?
To their audience. Why would you want to shoot her?
I don't know.
That's Becky.
Why? Becky needs to put some clothes on.
Did you have a boombox? I had a boombox.
Yes, I did. That was a big purchase.
That was a major purchase.
And did you get the dual cassette so you could tape?
Dual cassettes, you play record, right? And you could make mixtapes before it was some kind of hipster, appropriation of that term. You literally made a mixtape. Or if your song, did you ever call into a radio station to make a request for a girl? Oh man. Hey, I just wanted to send this out to my girlfriend, Jennifer. I want to let her know that, and you hope that you got, what was it? Was it Loveline? What was the lady's like? He was singing beautiful songs across the radio tonight. This one, she was like the sultry version of Casey Kasem. Delilah! Is she still a thing?
Oh, hold on. I got a naked chick. How do I get her out of there?
I don't know if you should.
I think I should.
What was the name of the
I really
program?
want to see what she's going to do if I get her out of there.
He's lost. There you go, buddy. Can't get the girl out though. Little Pac-Manies. Yeah, I would call in and you'd hear your name on the radio. You're like, oh shit! You'd hit record as fast as you could on that tape so you can't brag.
Got her out.
Want her to know that
Got
I
her
love
out.
her so much.
Dude, I got her out. Let me see.
Sure she knows that, and this one's going out to you. Is this love? It was always like, man, I'll do White Snake. I could spend my time waiting on your call.
I could spend my time waiting on your call.
Ugh.
Babe saved. Babe's remaining. Saved a babe.
Oh, so Captain Blasto, boy, this is some Kirk shit. But I like women.
We'll talk about it later.
Still best. Maurice LaMarche can do the
Nobody
best.
can do it better than Morris.
Because he doesn't have to say a word. He just goes. It's the best.
Oh!
Down into the water.
Oh, shit.
It's not water.
It's not water. It's space.
Why?
Right?
Then why am I not?
Is it
floating?
space? Is he in space? Oh, let's find out by reading the.
Do it.
What? Meanwhile, on Uranus,
You said it wrong. Shit.
Twisted Ruler Bosc.
Bosc.
It's a weird name. That feels like a first draft name. Plans to take over the shiny blue human planet. Is Uranus? Is it? It's not blue. The shiny blue human planet in revenge. Meanwhile, on Uranus, that doesn't make any sense. Like the subject inferred is Uranus, so it's not a shiny human. In revenge for being sent to fifth dimension. Concert, the fifth dimension. Why is it just fifth dimension? Is fifth dimension like a club, like in Miami, where you go have special drinks? Okay.
I like that place. A lot of Cuban.
Bosc and his onions, plan to use a pan-dimensional mallet, not judging if you're pan, to punch a hole in the space-time continuum which will create a bridge right to Earth. See, now we're talking about Earth. It takes too long to get there.
I can't get you.
The only hope the human race has for survival rests on the very wide shoulders of Blasto, space explorer, weapon freak, and all-around alien eradicator. Thought that was a different word. He's just what the world needs. Guess. A universal patriot who wants nothing more than rid the universe. Come on, god damn it. A universal patriot who wants nothing more than to, prepositions are important, rid the universe of slimmy green aliens. Psychologically unstable? Question mark? Maybe trigger happy? Question mark? Possibly Earth's last chance? Question mark? Definitely. Uranus is on the line and Blasto's here to save it. I thought Earth was on the line. What does Bosc want? I feel like that's the first step. If we can sit down with them and we're thinking, do you want Earth? And he's like, no, I want Uranus. We're like, dude, have it. It's nothing but a joke planet for us. It's nothing but literally the butt of our jokes.
Now you're getting on board. I dig that. I'm trying to jump to one platform, and that's all I care about in this
Great
game right now.
design. I love that we started off. That one? Trying to get to that one?
No.
That's where you, that's from whence you came.
I know. I'm trying to get to this
It's a great lamp. Pick up that lamp. We need a lamp for the living room.
Shit! Forge! What?
Jordy?
Engage.
You know what? Screw it. Don't want to go there anymore. I'm going to go up here and do this.
Now you can jump.
Yeah.
Now you can jump.
Yeah.
Now you can jump.
Hey,
Kind
hey, get out of there.
Oof. Alien Eradicator. Oh, his essence. Afterlife. Shoot me! Shoot me! Shoot me! Yeah. Well, jump is just your go-to. Oh, there's goodies. There's no way you're gonna make that jump. Hit that button. Hit that button.
I know, I'm trying
That button.
But you have to.
That button.
I know, but
Hit
you
that
don't-
button.
You don't understand. You have to be right, perfect. For
Hey, welcome to PS1 games. Oh my god.
God, this is driving me
Bad
nuts.
cameras and like it's 100% predicated upon.
How do we?
What's the action button?
There it is.
There you go. X to jump, grab, pull yourself up again, give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah. Oh,
Triangle is the action button.
Yeah.
Triangle gets you action.
triangle. The good thing is you can literally.
Blasto was released to negative reviews because of its quote above average difficulty as a big issue. That's not a bug, it's a feature.
Continue the
Tom,
game.
was this a Tom pull or was this a Drew pull or I don't know who that is.
Fanny?
Fannie Mae.
You know, it means something completely different in England.
Fan?
Fanny.
What does it mean?
Fanny's the nether regions of a woman. Like my grandmother said, I'm going to spank your fanny when I was bad, but that means something completely different. Like if she were in England, she could spank her own fanny. You know what I'm saying? It's a grandmother masturbation joke. I apologize to all the grandmothers and all the masturbators for that.
Is there that much crossover?
I don't know.
Is a Venn diagram.
If you've watched Grace and Frankie, there is a lot. Grace and Frankie. It's Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin show.
Grazen,
Grace
Grace?
and Frankie. Grace.
Grazen Frankie, Grazen Fannies.
No, that they actually start a business where they forget.
Masturbate as grandmother?
No, they.
Wait, how does that scan? Tell me I don't know.
Grace and Frankie's are actually a really good show. Martin Sheen, Sam.
That's great, but you went from grandmothers masturbating
I don't mean
to you should really watch this show, and I don't understand how that ever. Are you still on this first level?
I don't know. I think so. Why do you say that like you're surprised?
Because you've gotten better, man. As our chat would definitely. Gut shot. What a bad way to die. Oh well, see ya.
Oh well, see. What? Here we go, Troy. I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna make it. God.
I'm a laser toting love magnet. Ha ha!
God damn it! The analog stick was This is really bad.
It is a, pardon the pun, game changer.
Oh, God, this is so frustrating.
Sony abandoned the Blasto trademark. Blasto abandoned the trademark in 1999 and picked up. Who typed this? Did you know that Sony, in their grand wisdom, abandoned the Blasto trademark, which would not really be the trademark, but rather the IP,
Why would they do that?
in the year 1999, and in the same time, I'm assuming, because it never says, but sometime between that year and the year 2007, a filmmaker acquired those rights for a super low budget independent film, art house film, of the same name, Captain Blasto. It had no direct correlation with the video game that we're currently playing. However, Sony, infuriated by this, incited them to regain the control of the IP in the year 2007.
Was that?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Lawyers texting me.
Your
Okay.
lawyer's texting you? That's never good. You know what's never good? Jumping in a PS1 game. Because apparently, all it is just instant death.
All right. Is this a Captain Blasto line or a Kendrick Lamar line?
All right.
Right? I'm a laser toting love magnet.
That's Captain Blasto.
That's Captain Blasto. Grab a mop, There's gonna be guts on the ceiling.
That's Kendrick Lamar.
Captain Blasto.
Ooh, okay.
Would you say my intelligence now is great relief?
I'm gonna go Kendrick Lamar on that one.
Kendrick Lamar. My name is Kendrick Lamar. Was that Kendrick Lamar or Captain Blasto?
Captain Blasto. I'm gonna go with. 'Cause I just like to keep things.
When in doubt, shoot.
That's not an easy one. I'm gonna say it's. I'm gonna hope it's Captain Blasto. Would you consider him a rapper, Kendrick Lamar, or is he
I would
just
consider
a singer?
hip hop artist.
Hip hop artist. Okay. So, because they do have, there's a stereotype that rappers really like to shoot things.
Well, no, but I think that rappers are that's making kind of more of a comeback. Lil Dicky got his own show. Did you see that?
I don't know what that is.
I showed you that video.
Got his own show?
Yeah, the guy.
I know what you mean now.
Remember the guy that did the video?
Got his own show.
Bitch don't know about Pangea.
This bitch don't know about Pangea.
Brain, leave it alone.
I'm just pillow talking with a bitch, yeah? Oh, I see. I think I can push this. Go here. Go here. God, this is not easy. But it is. I bet there's somebody who's played this and like, dude, he's having so much trouble, but I'm just pillow talking with a bitch, yeah?
Ladies, there's no need to be like that. If you just pass me my pants, I'll be on my way. True that.
Kendrick?
Captain Blasto, I just improvised the last two lines because I got flow.
You do have flow.
I don't. I really, really don't.
That goes back to...
Bad. H, ma, who, see, he, ha.
Ha! Hey, I didn't see you there. Sorry.
Murder, murder, murder.
Hey, murder, murder, murder. Murder! Hold on, somebody's shooting at me. It's an eyeball.
It's an eye.
Eyeball. Okay. There you go. Open that field. It's the field lock we got to get rid of. You know what? This is kind of hurting my eyes. I'm trying to...
It's hurting my eyes, too. Watch you.
You know, I'm going to give you Captain Blasto and let you do it. I just wanted to hear some
Kendrick Lamar. There's this song there's a book that we read to Traveler every night, where it's the story of rap. Rap was born way back in '73 in New York City at a house party, and it goes all the way back, and it's just like the coolest book, and it just shows you the whole history of rap. But the last line is like, now Kendrick's staying humble, and Kanye showed his Yeezus. Jay-Z has the flow that will never ever leave us. And Traveler loses his mind when I get to that page.
You sing this to your kid at night?
Just like from the start, yeah. No,
you read a book on rap.
This is a book called The Story of Rap. They have The Story of Rap, The Story of Rock, and it's awesome. And they even talk about Tupac and Biggie in it as East Coast Battle West. It's a great book. It was like, and then along came the great Grandmaster Flash, who taught us how to mix and scratch. 80s rap came to stay and Run DMC. Walk this way.
You told me to walk this way. I told you way.
Then straight out of California, we tune into NWA. It's dope, and Traveler loves it. And then
I think I'd like that.
It's a great. I'll read it to you.
Well, you know, as we established at the beginning of this, I don't read much.
But it does have great pictures. Like the art is fantastic.
Shit.
This is the jump and die game.
This is
Jump and die. Jump and die.
This is game over. Game over. I thought this was always a continue button. Ugh, man.
No, this is a.
Can you try this?
No.
Guys, you know what? I'm a big fan. And am I going back to the beginning? We gotta go fly into.
There are no explosions. That's not Uranus. That's probably Pluto, the planetoid. What do we call them? QB10s? Dwarf planet.
Pluto, did that get reinstated as a planet? I felt really bad about that.
Yeah, but everybody knows now. It's like, I got my status. And like, we all know what you are. When we started finding out that there's like a whole bunch of them, we're like, okay, we can't say that there's like all of these planets. Because they're not all planets. Because they're technically, they're like planet remnants and they're just ice spherical. It's like, if I got a cube of ice, I wouldn't call that a planet. It's just like...
Because it's a cube of ice.
Well, the main thing is that, yeah, but there's like, that's basically what Pluto is. There's no...
But it doesn't fit in a glass. Like, you can with some nice scotch
if you have a big enough glass.
Or bourbon over it. I mean...
If you have a big enough glass, it would.
Yeah, but I mean...
Someone
I also wouldn't...
Kyle at Sci-File, you know, is a science dude, got incredible hair. Anyway.
Yeah. You mean the ancient alien dude with the hair?
No. No, Kyle's got way better. Kyle Hill. He said that a cupid the size of a toddler, would need a terrifying wingspan of 10 feet and a crossbow in order to pierce a human heart. I just thought about that. Just being like this. Terrifying.
Like a baby?
A baby? He goes, if Cupid was the size of a toddler, in order to sustain flight, he would need a 10-foot wingspan.
So let's give our giant winged baby one of Daryl's finest crossbows.
Which is just a crossbow. And I'm like, I think you're joking, but I would love to see a treatment on that.
Well, that's the funny thing about Cupid and Valentine's Day and everything, that you know, it goes through the idea that I'm gonna shoot you in the heart. It's like love murders your heart.
Mm-hmm. It pierces your heart.
It pierces your heart. And
cuts through your aorta.
And it kills you. And that corpse is then thrown over the shoulder of some heartless woman or guy or whatever whoever Cupid's working for.
Oh, it's Cupid, he's like a hitman. He's like a love hitman.
Yeah, he's like, Chase Joe Pesci's up there. He's like,
so you can get in your car.
Just a little
Oh
just
no!
a little thing.
Yeah, Cupid's outside there smoking a cigarette, going boom. You're like, what? The car. It's like, yeah, he's in love with you now, Lois. Yeah, whatever her name is, you know. Hey.
I understand you're a guy who could do some things.
Meredith? Yeah, he's all yours. Yeah, go pick up the pieces. And then they try to put us back together and fix us.
Oh, so that would be the thing like, I don't think he loves me. Slides the money over the table. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Trust me, by tomorrow night, he'll be loving.
He will be in love with you.
He will be in love with you.
Okay.
You should go to Vegas now to go to one of them chapels to get married. Because he's gonna love you.
I'm gonna send hey, listen. I'm gonna send the body to Vegas.
Smoke hundreds because you're lighting.
Yeah, like that. Here's a new one. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you.
How many pockets do you have? I see what you're doing.
It's the long filter. What is those things?
Oh, when you pull the
like old rich women in like Great Gatsby, like, yeah,
I understand.
We're going to the Hamptons. Let me think out here. My grandmother had one of those. She died of emphysema. Don't smoke.
I used to do one of those little water filter. Water filters? Can't talk. Doesn't matter.
Water filters? Is that what they were? You didn't use one of those plastic things before the cigarette, did you?
I tried that for a while. It was weird. No, I tried. I was like, I'm gonna try this once, and it was not super long. It was the short, the Clark Gable size, not the Greta Garbo size.
Masculine
sizes. Yeah, the masculine size of a black.
Usually the masculine, if it's masculine size, we'd always go with the bigger one. But no, in this case, it's a shorter one. I can see you with a pipe as you get older.
I did a pipe for a while because I was wanting to be sophisticated, which I found the etymology of that word fantastic. It was based on sophists, which are anyway. But I don't miss smoking. I really, really don't. I don't miss smoking. I don't miss vaping. I was in Vegas this last week, and it was actually the point where I was like, oh, fuck.
You know what's funny is like, remember how you always said, oh man, you can go somewhere, you can have one.
Yeah.
Like I don't get caught up in it. That happened about a month and a half ago somewhere. I mean,
golf course, whatever?
Something like that. I don't remember where it was. It was awful. I was like, ugh, can't do it.
The only time it gets me, and it's almost every time, is Paris. Paris is just like, because it's a cafe culture, and you're sitting out there, and it's just kind of one of those.
It's what you do.
It's what you do.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I could make a better point. I was like, you know I'm right. You know, you're like, oh, well.
I guess he's right.
Yeah.
The way he took that drag and like I love how some of it came out of the mouth and some of it came out the nose. It's just that remnants.
I was always that guy. I would be like, do the whole dragon smoke thing. I like smoking in cold weather more than I did hot.
How do you know when you're to stop exhaling?
It was a great bit, yeah. Who was it telling me that he said that my favorite, that's how I quit smoking, and I would sit at the hotel and watch people as they passed out because they didn't know when they're done exhaling.
That's how people I actually explained how cold it was here in California to my mother the other day. So I said, it's been really cold. She goes, saw that, yeah, in season. I said, no, it's see your breath cold. She goes, really?
Yeah, see your breath
see
cold.
your breath cold is the thing.
Yeah.
It was see your breath cold this morning.
It was chilly this morning.
It was freezing out by where I live, out in that little crevice. I live in a crevice.
Way to bring it back to this.
Crevice. You're right. You said it right.
One of my favorite parts has been getting to see who, because Tom the intern does these now. Look at that, I've just now turned around to see who's behind us. Photos on the bar. To our right here, we got Can Win! David K. We know David K.
Yes, we do. Ratchet Clank.
Then on our left here, over your head, shoulders, knees, and toes, is Mindy Lepre. Mindy Lepre? Mindy Lepre. I don't know. However you want to say it, man. I dig it. Those are the photos on the bar. As you guys can see, those are very pretty. Thank you guys so much for giving us the soup and supporting us. Which brings us to our time for our member shout-outs. We get to do the Altered Beast. There we go. X Britannia. Texas Gigolo. Corey. I always love when I see the parenthetical because it's like, Corey. We actually do know Texas Juggalo. Melissa Barrett. And then we got our Drew Soup. Dead Happy Design, which sounds like a super cool emo band. Julie Phelps. Luis Reza. Those are our Drew Soup people. And then always our Lick the Screen. Datten Gusberger. Whoa. Datten Goosberger.
Datten Goosberger.
That Angus Burger.
That Angus Burger.
Probably. Angus C. There we go. Chase Gardner and Marty Slauson. Probably don't like Marty. Probably like Martin Slauson. Those are the people that we chose to shout out to this week for giving us soup. Thank you very, very much for helping us build a bigger basement. This is your member shout out.
Now I am Wonder Mike, and I'd like to say hello. Hello to the black, to the white, to the red and brown, and the purple and yellow. Come on.
That's the best you've moved in this entire game.
I just found out that you can jump right and left. Now he looks like he's dancing.
Strafing. I say we end on a high note. Because you're feeling very good about this. You continue to bring back some great old school hip hop. We'll think about getting into the Mass Effectness of it all.
And you're gonna read me that story.
I'm gonna read you that story. The story of rap.
I didn't know
that. And then we ask you, what do we play next?
I said a hip hop, the hippie to the hippie to the hip hip hopper. You don't stop rocking to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie the beat.